against Koil?
I don't
Because
know.
you
I
want the
didn't
one
want to
that
open them.
Let's
Oh,
listen. I
come
just want to
on.
say before we start, I will have a normal conversation with you. I don't want to get heated, but you know, if I've shit talked you on the on Reddit, it's whatever. You know, that's I don't know who the fuck you are, but it goes both ways. So if you want to have a normal conversation, I'm okay with it. That's for anybody that comes on here, by the way, through Reddit. If you want to speak, let's hear it.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, so
She's a
I
girl.
love Reddit, right? I am a female.
I'm not getting a twit longer. You guys are on
Hang on a
this
second. I'm gonna put it in a mode only mode real quick. There we go. Before
You
someone
know
says
what?
some
I'm
dumb
gonna
shit.
bring mine in as well. We'll have them both at the same time.
Yeah, that way we're not. It's not gang activity. All right. So sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
So, Coil, I'll be honest with you. In the beginning, I fucking hated you, but my opinions have changed. Okay.
Why?
So in the beginning, I was a huge like CG only person, like huge CG fan. And I got caught up in all the Reddit drama. Got an account
before
banned.
you go, can I just ask? Is it Randy?
No.
Okay.
Is it really Rami?
Nope.
Is it Chang?
Nope.
It's Charles.
Okay,
Nope.
the rest of them don't really matter then, right?
It can't be Hutch, right?
I'm joking.
Nope.
Who is it?
Taco.
Garrett.
The first person I started watching was Bobby Brown, actually.
You know, that's a good pickup,
okay.
to be honest. Bobby's
He's a cool
girl
dude.
player.
I like it. All right.
Underrated.
All right,
Yeah,
anyway,
I like it already.
Bobby Brown.
So just to certify this, when you say you used to hate me, or when you first came, was this 2.0 times? Was this something recent, or when was
No,
this?
this was like mid 2.0 times.
Okay, so you probably had the general hate because I was a cop and I was against the boys.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, let's go with it.
So then I stopped watching Chain Gang pretty much altogether, and I went more towards the cop side of RP. Got inside like the DOJ shit, and I was like, well, Koil's actually, has half a brain. You actually have a full brain, but I was like, this guy's not completely fucking
It's
stupid.
debatable. Yeah.
So anyways, I think that Reddit's fucking stupid, and I think it's a bunch of... No, listen, I think Reddit's stupid, but I also think Reddit has a point, right? People
Definitely.
are afraid of you, Koil. People are afraid to just say, hey, your ideas fucking suck. And
Because
I don't think
nobody says it like that though. Nobody says, "Hey, I don't agree with this. It's just kind of a shitty idea." They just go
You'd be
ham.
surprised what you hear at meetings. In all honesty, people. There's definitely points that people argue with, and I actually admire some of the admins that will go against me, and that's why I choose them. Well, some of them in a way.
The meeting
Just so
channel is
you
very
know.
diverse in opinions, for sure.
But yeah, keep going with it. I want to hear the rest of it.
But I think you are running this server to be a cop server.
What?
hold on.
Yeah, what?
Listen. I want
think you should go back and watch some old school SOE if you want to see a cop server.
She has a good point, Tony. Shut up. Let her keep going.
No. Listen. It's understandable for somebody that has come into roleplay in 2.0 and to have the opinion that it's a cop oriented server. And this is what because they came in 2.0 when they were watching criminals.
2.0 was
You've got to understand they haven't been through what we've been through, Tony. I've come from the Armor days, but when it was just like criminals pooping on cops or cops pooping on criminals with thermal scopes. It's your perspective when you come into this community is solely based on who you watch to begin with, and I think it can drastically change your opinion, even in the future, on what the server should be like. Because 2.0, it was like cop wipe. If you're watching CG, and that was a norm for 6 months. Now we are here 6 months, 12 to 18 months later, and it's different. The cops are actually more powerful now than they were then, and that's the point. It is, if you were to compare both comparisons or both timelines, right now cops are more powerful than they were 6 months ago or 12 months ago, whenever 2.0 was. So the difference being, if you, Tony, were to come in at SOE, you know what a cop server is, because that is literally the worst cop server that was ever that was ever had. So that's why I can understand someone having that opinion and feeling like it's a cop oriented server. But anybody that has seen more, Olivia would say the exact opposite.
Mhm.
We've had servers where you couldn't change out of jail. A sentence for shooting a cop was almost a ban. They would consider banning you for fail fucking roleplay if you shot a cop, because a real cop server would simulate what real life is, and that's what like SOE and TFRP went with. They went for like 8-hour sentences, and you couldn't swap. And if you role played somebody like Francis on their server and got interrupted by the police, you'd get banned. I'd Paul on Nidus. I don't know if you know who Nidus is, but he plays
Oh, that pissed
Leslie.
me off.
He pretty much got banned from SOE because he was playing a character that was on meth. That
I
was
did
a
the
cop
same shit
server.
to Abdul too.
Yeah, basically, if you role played anything apart from a normal civilian that drives around and gets citations, you would get banned from the server.
Didn't
That's,
Speckle serve like 50 months when 2.0 first came out?
It
when was
wasn't.
really
It wasn't
strict?
only
Yeah.
crims though. It
Or
was.
50
There was a lot of
years,
cops.
50 days, 50 days.
A lot of cops too, because I remember when that happened, and a lot of cops weren't too happy about it. I remember the Discord conversation with certain individuals when that happened.
Yeah.
And yeah, it wasn't a great conversation. There was a lot of
But
yelling. and
either
shit.
way, that's why I can understand the point. But I, in my opinion, right now, cops, they don't role play in any way that's like realistic. But it is true to say that cops are stronger than criminals in scenarios in terms of like gunfight and gunplay. 100% they are. But when it comes to like evidence and evidence,
I have to disagree.
cops have wiped criminals way more than there's
the
math behind
crims.
it.
They have the element of surprise. They have the elements of going wherever the fuck they want. They have the element of not
advantages,
having a
sure.
procedure. They have 100%. Just they don't have any standards to follow. Where
Yeah,
we
but Tony,
have to.
Tony,
We can't just shoot
Yeah, but
anything
I
that's
think-
moving.
I
mathematically,
know, but I think the big difference is numbers, right? And like, I think you guys saw that as well, right? When you changed it to a max of 6 instead of 4. Because if you guys have 45 fucking cops on.
there was a
But
bit
why
more
do we
to
get
it
wiped
than
when we
that.
have 4 cops though?
So
when there was 4 crims.
Just relax, okay? It's this simple. If police have killed more criminals than criminals have killed cops in terms of like entire wipes, criminals are weaker. That's just how it is. Criminals are weaker in the server, and it's intended to be like that. So when I make the server, I'm not making this to be a CS:GO match or be balanced. I'm making it because I want to somewhat simulate any movie or something you see. So like, even if you were to watch like I don't know, any crazy movie where they're like running from the police or some shit like that. Yeah, they can kill cops and they always get away, but they're always moving away from the police because the police are always, in any reality, the strongest force in that movie or in that show or whatever. And that's why the server's like that. When I say I want to balance the server, I want to balance it with that state in mind, where the police make you want to run. That's what people, I think, get sort of confused with. I'm not
So
trying
like
to
the
balance it
logic
to
of
be
the, like
even.
not wanting people to stay and rob cops, but wanting to leave, assuming that there's more cops coming, kind of thing.
Exactly. Well, except for the SWAT stuff. The SWAT stuff's a little bit different, and that's something we're testing out. But yeah, we want criminals to be running and moving, not staying and shooting, essentially. Unless it's a last resort. Which is sort of how
and
it
I
works.
think 3.0 has seemed to bring more of that balance.
Yeah.
Or is trying to.
Well,
But,
Listen,
I mean,
Olivia, watch me. I'll be your echo chamber. You're perfect for my alley.
No, and I think having these conversations are great, right? Because people on Reddit are fucking stupid, and we see one perspective and we think it's the reality. So props to you guys for like bringing people in, having a conversation, so we can kind of see that other perspective of like how you guys see shit and why you do things the way you do. Not that you have to answer to anybody, right?
The reality of this conversation, even though we have this conversation and get to points, it's got to be clipped in a certain way that will be posted on there and make it look like it's something else. So I think that's more of the issue, is the context of what is usually said. They only see a part of it, and that's the entire context to them, and that's the issue. But they need to understand that.
Also, there's always people that just, they don't want to engage in conversation. They're set in their beliefs and they just don't want to talk about it.
And I mean, that's the reality with anything, right?
Yeah.
politics,
Yeah.
religion,
It's,
you know,
it's
whatever
everything.
the
It's,
fuck it
it's,
might
it's
be.
from Twitter to Reddit or whatever. Anyways, we're gonna get someone else in. But I do appreciate your coming to talk.
Of course,
Hey,
have a
you're
good night,
cool.
guys.
See, you, dude.
Appreciate you.
All right, bye.